Good morning, and this is the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Giannis Jackson, and I'm coming to you from Stax 92.1. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here today. Today, my guest is Mr. Ken Hall, and I'm so happy to have him here today.
Thank you.
Ken, let me tell you a little bit about Ken. He is with K Hall Enterprises, and he is our sponsor for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so we're here because of the community. This is a community platform, but Ken is a dear friend of mine. We serve on the board of MidMeac together. He's a son, a brother, a friend of many. He is originally from Detroit, Michigan, and he resides here in Lansing, Michigan, where he is having a very positive impact on the community. I mean,
Yes.
He's doing some things. Ken, why don't you tell me a little bit about you and some of the things you're doing in the community?
Thank you, Giannis. First of all, thank you for having me this morning. I'll let you know, I'm originally from Detroit, in the northwest side of Detroit, Finkel and Myers area, where there isn't a lot of quote-unquote success there. So in going to college, graduated from Michigan State with my urban and regional planning degree, I kind of got stuck here. Not in a bad way, but in a positive way. At first, it was more so they paid me to stay, but then I understood the value of why God kept me here. Okay. Kept me here to understand my why and how to start becoming that impact to the community. Okay. So since 2014, since the graduation, I've created a couple of avenues to give back or to create impact into the community, and one of them is through my business, K Hall Enterprises. And that's the financial literacy and education brand of myself.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
That has been, like I said, so I graduated 2014. That would be September 2015. I first started my business, put it on paper.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So about 7 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And is that going well?
Yeah, it's going well. I'm reaching individuals by the day, by the month, by the week. And I say each year I'm reaching a new level of individual. And that's really key, because you might not be able to please and handle everybody, but reaching one person allow them to reach the next person.
Very good. And we have actually an additional guest here today. Yes. And then after I introduce my guest, we'll get into our topic a little bit deeper. But her name is Tay Ford. She's a devoted mother, a daughter and sister, friend to many. She's recently obtained her Master of Arts degree in counseling, and she has a Bachelor of Arts degree in communication. And she seems to be doing some great things around in the community where she is from. And, she's a part of different organizations. And Tay, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself and some of the things you're doing to impact your community?
Well, first, I just want to say thank you. I am so excited to be here with both of you and just to be able to speak. So thank you for this platform. So just a little bit about me. I have a nonprofit organization called A Village of Wings. We've been in existence since 2015, so we will be approaching 7 years this fall. And one of the main things we really focus on is bringing back that village atmosphere for not only parents and youth, but also our elderly. We believe that it takes a village not only to raise a child, but a village to be a village to one another and be a support system. So we do a lot of educational programming, community advocacy, and outreach events. Something else that just newly came to be in 2020 is Manifest 31. So Manifest 31, as you stated, I graduated from Central Michigan University with my master's in counseling and now a mental health therapist. And one of the things I started was Manifest 31, which focus was to really bring more awareness around mental health and advocacy and really the awareness of suicide prevention.
Wow, that is wonderful. Tay, we're going to have to make sure we talk and exchange information so we can talk about our upcoming mental health and awareness fair in July. I think that'd be a great fit to have you there. And I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. So I'd like to remind everybody that this is the Sunday Chronicle. I am your host, Giannis Jackson, and we are coming to you from Stax 92.1. And in honor of Black History Month, today I wanted to talk to my two guests a little bit about their organizations. They are part of one of the Divine Nine. I have, again, Tay Ford, and I have Ken Hall here. And we're going to dive a little bit into the history of these organizations, what they mean, how they've benefited them, and just so we can learn a little bit more about who we are as people. So why don't we start with a little history? I would probably feel more comfortable if one of you all spoke to the history and the purpose of the Black Greek organizations, because there are some different ones. There's lots of Greek organizations, but there are some tailored specifically to minorities.
Correct.
And I know they're not exclusive. So if I was a different ethnicity and wanted to pledge,
correct,
then I could still do that, correct?
Yes.
So it's not exclusive. But anyway, I'll stand down and I will allow you to talk about the history.
Well, I'll step in for a second. I will say, just in general, the organizations that myself and Tay are a part of are what we call the Divine Nine, which are generally in today's society the Black fraternities and sororities that normally cross through universities and colleges across the nation. Can
you name a few of those for me, Ken?
So a few of the Divine Nine, you have Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. You might have Omega Psi Phi, the Qs. You have Sigma Gamma Rho. So, those are a few just to name offhand. But like I say, there's a total of 9 of them.
Okay.
They range from incorporation dates of 1906 all the way to 1963.
Okay.
So between that, the early 1900s set of organizations versus the latter set of organizations, they all came into play for similar but different reasons.
Okay.
And I will say, just to give some general history, because I just don't want people to think that Divine Nine are the only fraternities and sororities that's out here.
Mm-hmm.
The first fraternity actually in North America to incorporate what we call today modern fraternities, that was technically in 1775. I'm not sure if many people know this, but Phi Beta Kappa, which was founded at the College of William and Mary, was our first modern day fraternity. So from 1775 all the way to 1906, we didn't have anything established for the Black community, particularly. Okay. So now, once 1906 came, early 1900s, that's when our modern day fraternities started coming together.
Okay. Do you know which the first Black sorority or fraternity was?
Oh, that is Alpha Phi Alpha.
Okay.
They were in 1906 at Cornell.
Oh,
yes.
At Cornell. Okay.
Yes.
What about for the ladies?
That would be right in 1908, and that'll be Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Okay.
From Howard.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. And either one of you can speak to this. When you joined the organization, what was the purpose for you?
So I would be happy to jump in regards to this. When I joined the organization, it was really about not only sisterhood, but it was about being able to do something in the community with not only like-minded women, but women that challenge you to be better. Women that challenge you not only mentally, physically, and emotionally, but also to grow in those areas to help out our community. So that was really one of the reasons why I wanted to be a part of the organization, because I knew that was something important to me. From a little girl, I always used to say I wanted to help people, but I never knew in what capacity I wanted to do that. And as I grew and I developed as a young woman, I started to look and search for organizations that supported the development of being able to be in the community and do things that made an impact.
Okay, that's very good. And I think that is a very admirable reason to join any organization, to give back. So, I really commend you for that. And what would you say, Ken? What was your reason for joining?
Wow. Well, I'm an only child. So I feel like growing up by myself, I always yearned to have a sibling. And not into college did I understand what those type of organizations were about or even around. I first was introduced to fraternities my senior year in high school at an internship. And after that, once I got to college, I didn't know anything about it because my objective was to come play football.
Okay.
And once that happened, I actually played football. And during the process of me playing football, I actually met some of my good friends, dear friends.
Michigan State?
Yes.
Okay.
That were in a fraternity. So it came back around full circle where it brought attention to me again. At the same time in my life, I was fighting some abandonment issues. And I felt like, man, why can't I be a part of another brotherhood that can help support me and that can help push me forward and challenge me through, vast endeavors that we may encounter in college. And so that was one of the main reasons why I joined my fraternity, is to encompass and bring around the quote-unquote brotherhood that will be there and available to me.
Do you feel like you were a very different person after the process of crossing over into the organization?
Different person, yes. Mainly because before I joined the organization, I was just Kenneth Hall. Not that I joined the organization, I'm still Kenneth Hall, but now I'm Kenneth Hall, a part of an organization. And now being a part of an organization, you have to realize you're serving that organization as well. Okay. So in order to serve that organization, they have certain things that they request from you. Oh. It's still a business. The fraternities and sororities that operate are still businesses. Yes. We still pay insurances for protection. Yes. We still, have dues that we pay on a yearly or 6-month basis. So, this is something that we still have an investment in, for however long we want to stay. And if this is a lifelong commitment, these are lifelong things that we are now trying to do. Now, did it change me? It changed me in a positive way for me because it helped me understand time management.
Okay.
That was the main thing that I learned online was time management.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I'm glad that you pointed that out because I've heard, I've asked that question before and I've heard a lot of different answers, but never time management. So that's excellent. I think that's a great asset or a great thing to gain out of an organization. So did you, I'm forgetting, did you mention what organization that you're with?
No, I did not. Okay. And see, I will. I can't. So I did go to Michigan State with my urban regional planning degree. In 2010, I had the pleasure to cross Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. The Qs. We are the Qs. Yes, we are. And I believe that organization, it appealed to me in a way that others didn't. Okay. And it's not negatively. But, when you're looking at something in undergrad, just like when you're looking at a potential significant other, it's something that that attracts you to them. And the thing that attracted me to them was their ability to have fun and handle business.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so that's part of that time management, prioritization.
So the letters, what are the letters that are associated with that? The organization, the symbols. What are they?
So symbols. The symbols basically are each identifying marking for your organization, and this is naturally not just a Greek organization, because that kind of gives it away that the letters that's on our chest are Greek letters.
Greek letters. So
if you didn't know, those are a part of the Greek alphabet.
Yes.
Here in our English alphabet, we have 26 letters, while the Greek alphabet has 24. So it is a little different, but at the end of the day, just because that's a representation of you does not quote unquote change you.
Wouldn't change you.
It's adding to you, or you're adding value to it, I should say.
I'm going to ask Tate. So the letters, do the letters make you, or do you make the letters?
I truly believe, as just piggybacking off of what Ken said, that the letters don't make you. It's really, as he stated, what really attracted me about my organization, so I'm a part of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. And it was the ability to have women. So what happened was I had a nonprofit organization event, and I met a woman there, and she was like fully dressed in her period, and I was talking to her, and she was telling me about what she was doing a little bit earlier prior to coming to the event. And she was telling me how they were doing a lot of awareness about suicide, and they just came from this event, and that really stuck out to me. I hadn't before heard of organizations that was supporting with mental health and wellness, and that really was something that made me wanted to do more research and more understanding. And similar to what Ken said, it really is about service and that sisterhood. So as I learned more about the organization, I didn't feel like I changed. I feel like what happened to me was I was able to grow with other women. I was able to develop with other women. I was able to take interests that were a part of me and be able to add on to this organization.
That's nice. So
I like that. Evolve.
That's good. Have you, in your experience, either one of you, seen someone that may have been quote unquote lost after? And I want to phrase that carefully, because you can't know exactly someone's experience, or how can I phrase this without getting myself in trouble?
Don't. Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. Don't even go there.
Okay.
And I ain't saying don't go there, but I think I could pick it up.
Okay, well, good. Thank you.
Have I ever seen somebody adversely affected by their pledging process and or when they finished and crossed over? I will say yes. I have seen some negative instances. It's almost like when you introduce somebody to a drug and they have a positive or bad trip, you know. That pleasant process is something that actually in some people's process can truly break your mind down. And if you don't treat mental health with careness, you can't properly build it back up. It's like starting a new job. When you start a new job, they put you in training.
Right.
They put you in training so that you can produce the product that they're looking for.
So it's like any other resource, so to speak, like it with money and power, and you can abuse that as well. Is that what you're saying? It's like any other resource.
Yes. So honestly, the people that you may think are adversely affected, sometimes I'm not looking at them. I'm looking at the people that actually put them through the process.
Yeah.
They may not have handled that individual or those people with care to actually produce something positive.
So it's like handle with responsibility, huh?
Yes.
So it's a duty, so to speak, right?
It's definitely a duty.
Yes. And so you can go either way with that, just like with many other things in life. And so I'm really glad that you can share that with us. And I want to let our audience know that this is the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Giannis Jackson, and I'm coming to you from Stax 92.1 FM. And today our sponsor is K Hall Enterprises, LLC. Ken sponsors the show.
Yes.
And what he does there is financial literacy and education. And they focus on financial alignment for individuals, businesses, and for not-for-profit organizations. You can reach Ken on Facebook and Twitter at KHallENT on Facebook and Twitter, and on Instagram you can reach him at K Hall Enterprises.
Yes.
You can give Ken a call at 616-422-4303 or email Ken at info@khalent.com. And he's here to help you. He's here to give you a little information. He's been in business for about 7 some odd years. And he's also he's a friend of mine. We serve on the board of the Mid-Michigan Environmental Action Council.
Yes.
So that's nice that we met. And I think we met before that, right?
No, yes, we did.
Some gatherings. And so since then, our relationship has evolved, and we've been able to collaborate on some things. So
yes.
it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for sponsoring this community platform.
I'm blessed to be in a position to where I can sponsor and actually be included and involved. I think it's real. I think it's real important to know that, like you said, we met beforehand in the community, and since then we have only put ourselves more deep in, when I say deep into the community and trying to figure out how to tame the beast of inequality. And that's not only more so inequality with just quote unquote black versus white, but in community itself. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, you were essentially real close with the city, or you was a city council. Like, how do someone, as of your stature, not be involved with the community? So I'm blessed and I'm thankful to have this opportunity to sponsor a show that you're hosting.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, and if we're going to give thanks, I want to give thanks to the man that inspired me to do this. My father, Jay Price. I want to just take a minute and thank him for the vision, thank him for setting me up to take over his legacy, this wonderful platform. For those of you who do not know, my father did pass last Saturday. And before he left this earth, when I saw his face for the last time, he was the happiest I ever seen him. And I think it's because the things that he wanted to put in place were put in place before he left. He needed to see everything that he saw everything he needed to see. And so I wanted to thank him for that, Although he's not physically present now, he has set up a legacy for me to take over. Multi-platforms, and actually help me put a desire in me to help feed people. My dad had been doing that for years and years with his business associates. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, giving out food baskets and actually handing over physical checks to churches and community organizations. And he's been doing this for 20 plus years. And I was wondering where that came from when I just started to give out food. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, well, Dad's been doing that for a long time. So I learned that, and it's in me.
It's ingrained in you,
Yeah. And so, we're going to miss, Jay. We're going to miss him a lot. I'm going to miss my dad. But I am happy about what he built. I'm so pleased that I'm able to touch other people and help them have a voice. People that feel like they don't have a voice. And that's why I encourage everyone to come on the show. If you are able, please sponsor the show. This is a community platform.
Yes.
We're bringing you the issues that matter the most from the community, because community knows what community needs.
Correct.
And so, again, we thank you. And I wanted to also thank Stax 92.1 for this opportunity. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to just moving forward and having the show evolve and talking about more things in the community, but even more than that, getting things going, making progress, because we're starting a dialogue.
Yes.
And Tay is a little quiet over there, so I'm tap her on the shoulder.
I was just about to I was about to extend my thanks to Tay too, because if you don't know, and this is let me do my
go right, girl, right ahead.
So I want to thank Tay on behalf of Giannis and Stax 92.1 for actually donating her time to us today. I know she has clients. She was moving around some meetings for us today, but she was able to deliver as always. One thing about Tay, and that you just brought up, Giannis, Tay is always one of those people that help push people to see things that they may not see in themselves. And so she has that hunger to help feed people with their passion that they might not know how to unlock yet. And that's the reason why she has this Village of Wings and Manifest 31.
Okay.
Because if you can manifest it and if you can settle down, now you understand who or what should be your village.
Yeah.
Okay? Or vice versa.
Yeah.
All of her things are interchangeable, and I love her for that. We're in business with photography together.
Oh, really? I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
So that's another thing that we do. And I'm telling you, if I don't bump it off her head, she gonna bump it off my head, and vice versa. So we get it done.
Well, that means that we have to do a story about that.
Okay.
That's the other great thing here. We have this platform. So we got to make sure to do that. That comes with that, what we're doing. So we have to let more people know about that, and leave us with some words, Tay, some nuggets.
Yeah.
I just really took back like in the breath, because it's, giving people their flowers is so important now. And when I was listening to you, so last year, it'll be a year on Monday, I lost my father. And 2 months prior to his passing, I lost my mother. And just you taking the time out to say thank you, and to each other, just saying thank you to each other and acknowledging that is so important. Mm-hmm. It's so important. And that just really, I just took it back, and I was just listening to y'all, and it allowed me to really understand that it really does take a village to be a village to one another in whatever capacity. You never know what someone is going through. Mm-hmm. You never know what someone is going through. So if I leave with any type of encouragement, Ken, you've been there through everything. Mm-hmm. So I am so grateful to see your evolution and to be a part of it, and not only be able to be a part of it, but to be in the crowd cheering. I hope I'll be the loudest one, because I'm trying to be the loudest. But if there was a word of encouragement or any type of words to leave with, I would say your greatest superpower is a smile. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your greatest superpower is a smile, because you don't have to know the person you walk past. You don't have to even say a word to them. But I promise you, if you put on a genuine smile, it can change somebody's day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It can change somebody's day.
That is so right. I second that, because I'm big on smiles. They are free, honey.
Yes. Yes.
And I like to give them away. Yeah. So with that being said, our time is growing near. So we're going to have to say goodbye, but not before saying, please join us next week for the Sunday Chronicle. I am your host, Giannis Jackson, coming to you from Stax 92.1 FM, where we are talking about the things that matter most to community, because community knows what community needs. Thank you, and make it a great day.
Yes.